Welcome to Slash Bash, where today I am bringing you another Pro Revenge Reddit video. Keep kicking myself and other students off a remote desktop link for the heck of it? Enjoy the consequences. So this happened last October in 2020, and I feel it's finally safe to share it. Given the situation at that time, going to campus was a no-go, so everything was online. As such, a lot of programs used for coursework, which were only on PC, needed a remote link for those of us on Macs or other devices. This link connects students to assigned desktops physically on campus through an application like Citrix. It would only allow students onto the desktops when another class was not remotely using that lab at the time, and at night when registered classes were done. The on-campus computers would show that their drives were in use, so the students who lived on campus would know that someone was remotely accessing it. Well, I was taking a course in remote sensing, which required access to programs such as ArcMap, ArcGIS, R, and ERDAS. You can look them up. They were only available on PC, so I, as a MacBook user, needed to use the remote link. The issue started at the start of October when I was working on an assignment in ArcMap. I was really startled when I was suddenly kicked out and then furious because I hadn't had the chance to save my latest input. I then went back to the webpage, re-input my student credentials, and logged into a different desktop. Not 2 minutes later, I was logged out again. Rightly peeved, I emailed the professor and TAs about it and moved on to other homework. I figured it was a bug that it would soon be fixed. No, it continued throughout the entire flipping month. I ended up having to work on my remote labs between 9 p.m. and 2 a.m. as I literally was not able to work during the day without being kicked off. It was really annoying, especially since I couldn't even work during my assigned lab time. Other students started reporting this, and we get a lot of emails from IT. Updates, patches, and things like that we had to install to try and patch this bug, and nothing worked. It was painful. I decided that enough was enough and took a train to campus after my online morning classes. If it was going to keep booting me off the remote, then I would just go in person. I completed the online health check, got to campus, no problem, and made my way to the building that housed all the PCs. Yes, we have a building that houses all the PCs for computer classes. Anyways, I went up and towards the lab that my credentials were registered to. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't expecting what I saw, but I sure was damn pissed. Through the windows into the lab, I saw two guys going from PC to PC, logging students off. At first, I couldn't believe it, and then I got furious. They were laughing about screwing with hardworking students. I will call them Dumb and Dumber. That's when I decided to get some payback. I pulled out my phone and placed it beside the window, and it was partially hidden by the trash bin inside the classroom, recording them and what they were doing. They didn't notice me, thank God, and I got onto my laptop, remote linked to my phone. I then got onto the university social media page and started to live stream the video from my phone. I put a title along the lines of "Found the bugs kicking students off remote desktop." The video has been deleted, and I will explain soon. It didn't take long for fellow students to take notice of it, and it went viral. Within 30 minutes, names were soon put out as Dumb and Dumber were recognized, and there was a lot of hate in the comments. Even campus police replied asking for the location. I was all too happy to give it. It was then I saw on the stream that Dumb pulled out his phone and he started freaking out. He had noticed the stream and that it was live. I quickly rushed to grab my phone and retreat, and that's when Dumber rushed out the door and frigging tackled me. We started brawling. It was self-defense as he kept attacking me to grab my phone, and then I saw Dumb going for my laptop, which was hosting the stream, which was still being recorded from my phone. So I kicked Dumber between the legs while elbowing him in the neck before jumping Dumb. To be honest, I don't really know what happened next, but I do remember campus police having to pull me off dumb. Apparently, I had full-body tackled him away from my laptop and he punched me in the face, with me apparently grabbing his carry-on bag, bashing him over the head with it, accidentally cracking his laptop. Oops. So anyway, the fight was broken up and we were all taken down to the campus police office. To make a very long story short, I got a relative slap on the wrist from my part of it. Had to do some on-campus community service, but my record was kept clean. Thankfully, I was not charged for the fight or the laptop, as I was able to prove self-defense and that they hit me first and tried to destroy my property intentionally, which made it worse for them. I was let off on the laptop for a technicality, as I was punched in the face and had no idea he even had a laptop in his carry-on. Phew! As for Dumb and Dumber, I was called in to testify at each of their hearings in December. Turns out, kicking students off remote links was considered a very grave academic offense, as it was intentional tampering with others' work. The video stream I took was a big part of the evidence against them, and CCTV proved that they had been doing it for weeks, in almost all the computer labs. They had intentionally messed with over 100 students, adding to attacking me. I had a nice shiner for a month, and my devices, instead of running, they got into pretty hot water. Now, the reason this wasn't discovered sooner was due to the fact that this remote link was new to us and IT was still working through the bugs. I don't know exactly what happened next, as they just needed me to come in, masked, and tell what I did and remembered. However, I did get notification in my email in March this past year that 2 students were expelled for intentional tampering of other students' work. Can you guess who? Yep. Dumb and Dumber got the boot for their dumb actions. It gets even better though. Turns out they were here on student visas, which meant that not only were they expelled from the university with a black mark on their records, they were also given the boot from the country, and most definitely back to their very disappointed parents. Maybe it's karma, but they got publicly exposed on a live stream for their actions for all the school to see, which was taken down due to it needing to be evidence against them and all. But yep, they were expelled twice for their dumb actions and with their names in campus infamy for their stunt. I hope they've learned their lesson. Edit 2. Wow, I didn't expect it to blow up like it did. Truly astonishing. Thank you all. Edit 5. Do I seriously have to clarify this? Fine. I'm a 6-foot-plus tall woman who works out weekly, and during my childhood and teens excelled in fighting sports and self-defense classes such as karate, judo, jiu-jitsu, and boxing, and enjoyed and excelled in basketball, volleyball, dodgeball, I consider it a sport, baseball, softball, swimming, cycling, skiing, and recently added archery, all while excelling in my science classes. I am also broad-shouldered and from all those sports I enjoy, very, very strong. I know how to fight and how to take down others much larger than I. In high school, I beat up bullies, male bullies, on the daily. Even though I haven't been as active in the past few years due to university homework crunch, I have stayed very fit. So yes, I could take Skinny Dumb and Skinnier Dumber, who were both shorter than I by a foot at minimum, easily. They just happened to get the drop on me. I still kicked their butts, and they're lucky I didn't break any bones. And the reason I didn't press charges, or really notice if charges of assault on me were pressed, was because I just wanted to move on and do all the homework that had piled up due to Dumb and Dumber. The term was only 4 months, September to December, with December being final exam time. So I'm sorry if I didn't care about what the university was doing with them. I just wanted to get my homework in so I didn't fail my courses. This is John from Slash Bash. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and want to be the first to know when the next one drops, then subscribe. I would love for you to drop a like, share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one.